Hey everyone, I'm Joe Ferzoco.
I'm Chris Ferzoco. Today we're talking market statistics, and we're going to look at September versus August, Joe.
Okay.
And we're going to focus on actually, obviously, the overall value of the properties. We're going to take a look at how many properties came on the market.
Okay.
And we're going to look at how many sold, actually went to settlement, and then we're
Super
actually going to
duper.
look at the sale price versus the list price as well.
Okay, dynamite. And you said this is going to be September compared to August, correct?
Yes, September versus August.
Wonderful. Hey, and if this is your first time through the channel and you like what you hear, you like what we're saying here, please subscribe below, tap that bell for instant notifications, and you'll be the first to get the most up-to-date market statistics or happenings down here at the Jersey Shore. And please hit that like button so again you can be informed, and Chris and I and the Ferzoco Group can be your real estate people down here at the shore. And of course, whether it's this week, next month, 6 months from now, a year from now, please reach out, give us a call, shoot us a text or an email. It'll be our pleasure to help you down here at the Jersey Shore. Not that Jersey Shore, our Jersey Shore. So what's that? Ventnor, Margate, Longport, Somers Point, Ocean City, Strathmere, Sea Isle, Upper Township, Middle Township, Lower Township, look at that, a little curveball here. Stone Harbor, Avalon, North Wildwood, Wildwood Crest, West Wildwood, Diamond Beach, and Cape May. That's our Jersey Shore down here. And whether you're looking to buy or sell, please reach out, give us a call, or shoot us a text. Chris, get us started with market statistics.
All right. Well, I'm going to start in one of those towns. It's going to be Ocean City. So we're going to take a look at, like I mentioned to you, we're going to take a look at the overall values of the properties here and what happened month to month. And we actually saw in Ocean City, actually had about a 15% drop. We went from 1.3 million, Joe, down to 1.1. Now, to be clear, as we do in every video, we're going to just recap what it is that we're discussing, Joe. We're discussing all property here. So it can be a commercial property, it could be a vacant lot, it could be a beachfront, it could be an efficiency. Doesn't really matter what it is, if it's for sale and it's real estate. And in our MLS systems, these are the numbers that we are calculating here as an overall picture for you. Okay. So again, Ocean City went from 1.3 to 1.1, dropping about 15% there in the overall value. As for the number of properties that actually sold, we actually had a flat line. It was actually 48 per month, so we didn't have really any change at all. I will tell historically though, that's a pretty low number for Ocean City for the number of closings of it happening in a given month.
Yeah.
Historically over the last 18 months, so I think we were running about 136, 120. That was kind of what we were doing there.
Yeah.
So being 48 2 months in a row is a little alarming, if you will. It's just kind of a little eyebrow raiser, if you will. For the number of properties that came on the market, we actually had a 12% decrease there. So we went down to about 121 from the month previous of 138.
Yeah.
So, again, we're seeing the decrease in the number of properties coming on the market. We're seeing the same amount of sales. So unfortunately in Ocean City, folks, we still have not seen an increase in the number of properties that are available. We're not seeing that overall inventory increase that we were hoping to see by this point in the real estate market. As for list price versus sale price, we actually saw a bit of an increase, jumped up about 1.5% to 98.5. Moving down slightly into Sea Isle City, we actually saw a bump in Sea Isle City. We actually went up about 2.5%. So we're sitting right now at about 1.6 million overall value in Sea Isle City. As the number of properties that sold, we actually did drop. We went from it's going to sound big here. We dropped 20%. It went from 10 to 8. Okay, so yeah, I mean, we only had a 2 transactional difference there in that month. So not much of a change overall. And actually for the number of properties that came on the market, we saw an increase there. So again, 23.5%, it was 4. So we went from 17 to 21 in the month of September. So it was nice to see an increase at least heading into a fall month, where the inventory bumped up a little bit there. Right now in Sea Isle, Joe, was sitting probably right around 54 properties for sale. Again, that's pretty much the same it's been for the last 2 years. No change in inventory in Sea Isle either. And as for the overall sale price versus list price, we did see a decrease. Last month was at 101%. This month it's at 95.5.
Yeah, okay. And 95.5 starting at $1.56 million. Not too bad, right?
That's right.
Of course, it's funny because when you had mentioned in the beginning as you were starting in Ocean City, just from a standpoint of an increase in inventory, and you got to be realistic when you start to look at this. Isn't going to be a 2-month, 4-month, 6-month flip where all of a sudden you have this this massive deal worth of inventory that's available to you. It's got to be months after month after month after month where you're just stacking more inventory on top of less properties that are selling. So again, moving down the Parkway a little bit here, going into North Wildwood. So our average sale price in North Wildwood was actually down 12% in September compared to August. It was $629,000, which was actually a pretty big drop. It was $717 in August. So, close to $100,000 difference with regards to, a price decrease there. As far as the number of properties that came on the market, it was flatline, 49 in August, 49 in September. We had a 17% increase in the amount of properties that closed in North Wildwood. We had 23 total sales in North Wildwood for the month of September, which was an increase from 19 the month before. So, yep, big number, 17%. It was only, what is that, four property difference. So your list price to sale price, this was actually the lowest, Chris, that we have seen in quite a long time. Your list price to sale price actually was 90%.
Wow.
I mean, all the other towns is 96, 98, 99, 100%, so we do have to, we're going to keep an eye on that, just kind of see what happened there with regards to, a 10% list price to sale price. That's a massive difference between the last 18 months to 2 years that we've seen here. Going into Wildwood, your average sale price was up 3%, $634,000 was your average sale price in Wildwood for the month of September. We had same amount of properties coming on in September as we did in August, 27. So again, not really a monumental stacking of properties, the same amount month after month in both North Wildwood and Wildwood. We had 16 properties sell, which was actually a 25% decrease from the month of August. And then your list price to sale price, 100%. So your list price was $634, you were selling at $632. So there you go for Wildwood. And then your Wildwood Crest, your average sale price was down 12%. In Wildwood Crest, so it was $771,000 was your average sale price in Wildwood Crest for the month of September. The number of properties came on the market, that did increase 37%. We had 24 properties come on the market compared to 15 the month before. However, the amount of properties that sold, that was 16, which was the same as it was in the month of August. So, again, a little bit of flat line in there pretty consistent with number of properties that are selling there in the Crest. And then your list price to sale price was running right around 96%. And moving into the Diamond Beach Sea Point Village area, they had a 2% decrease in their average sale price. It was $932,000. We did have 5 properties come on the market, which was actually the same as the month of August. So that's good. We're actually stacking some months there. A lot of times we see like 1 or 2 properties coming on in Lower Township, Sea Point Village, Diamond Beach area. So to back-to-back months at like 5+, that's good because we had 3 properties sell in the month of September. Your list price to sale price, 99%. List price to sale price, $939,000 was your list price, $932,000 was your sale price. And then finally in Cape May, we had an average sale price was increased by 21%. $1.512 million was your average sale price in Cape May for the month of September. As far as the number of properties coming on the market, flatlined. It was 12 in September, 12 in August. Your number of properties that sold was 7 in September, 7 in August. So pretty flat there with regards to consistency. Pretty much the same. And then your 98% list price to sale price in Cape May. So that does it for the southern half of the county. Chris, why don't you jump offshore a little bit here?
Yeah, heading into the primary home market, just really looking at Upper Township, another area that's been pretty consistent. I saw a big increase, actually, 36% jump. We went from $625,000 to $816,000 for the overall sale price there in Upper Township. So a nice jump there. And that's been Upper Township. I mean, next month it could turn around and it's 4.25. It just seems to be up and down all over the place. There's a couple of pockets there with some higher end homes. We did see a decrease in the number of properties that actually sold. We actually dropped 36%. Total sold went from 11 down to 7. So we did see a decrease there. And the number of properties that actually came on the market, though, was pretty flatlined, actually, to use that line. It's been, we had 15 the month before. Now we're sitting at 14. So, we're seeing just a consistent number of properties coming up for sale. In a situation like that, it was a 2-to-1, right? You had 2 come on the market, for every 1 that sold, you had 2 come on the market. So that's a good thing in the primary home market. For the overall sale price versus list price, pretty static right there, virtually the same, just about not even a 1% change month over month there. So again, staying very consistent on the sale price versus list price. Moving into Summers Point, and actually jumping up into Atlantic County there. Summers Point actually did have a decrease, Joe. Dropped about 10% in the overall value there. Went from $450,000 down to about $406,000. So we did see a decrease there. One of the rare decreases we've actually seen in Summers Point here in the last several months. For the number of properties that actually closed, we saw a decrease there as well. We actually saw the number of properties went from 14 down to 10. So that did decrease there. And the number of homes coming on the market actually bumped up. It went up 10.5%. It actually just went up 2 properties is all. It went from 19 to 21. So again, another situation there though, much like Upper Township in the primary home market, you had 10 closed the month before and you had 21 come on the market the month after. So again, you're seeing that 2 come on for everyone that's sold the month before. That's a positive. That means some inventories getting out there and remaining out there. We're not selling them as we're getting them either. So that's a nice positive sign. And as for the overall sale price, list price, this was good to see. It actually bumped up to 98.5% from 95. So yes, you may have been starting at a lower value, but at least you still got about 98.5% of what you were asking for.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yep. Awesome. Going into, so let's go back into, we're staying offshore, we'll go North Cape May. So your average sale price, much like, like with Upper Township, like now, this massive swing, you had a 21% increase in your average sale price in North Cape May. It went from $574,000 to $726,000. Next month, it could be back to $570,000. North Cape May, again, another one of those towns where you get this big fluctuation in these average sale prices from month to month. There just doesn't seem to be consistency. And this actually goes for a lot of the towns, Kristen, when you start to think about it, as far as just the consistency of average sale price, average sale price, average sale price. There always seems to be these just huge spikes sometimes with a lot of, especially in the offshore towns. To your point, you kind of get these pockets where homes sell and don't sell or come onto the market. As far as properties that came onto the market, we had a 78% decrease. It was actually a big number. We had 19 come on in August. We only had 6 come on in the month of September. And then with the amount of properties that sold, only had 7 that sold in the month of September, compared to 11 in the month of August. Your list price to sale price, you were at 98%, which is great because you also, not only did you get 98%, but you started at 736 instead of 574, which is dynamite, right? Let's move into Cape May Courthouse. Your average sale price was down 1%, went from 466 to 461, so not a big change there. Your average number of properties that came on the market, there was a big jump there. We went from 21 to 31, so 10 more properties coming on. And much like Chris was saying with Summers Point, we had 21 sell. So we had 31 come on, 21 sell. You had a 10 property differentiation there. If you can kind of stack some of those months together, stack, you get 5-6 months into it, now all of a sudden you get 60 more properties than selling. So that's good. That's what you have to. We have to get those months where we're getting these stackable months where you're getting more properties coming on that are selling. Your list price to sale price was 97%. Listing at $473,000. Your average sale price was $461,000. So that'll do it there for the offshore market in Cape May County in the courthouse section. So what are you seeing there, Chris?
Well, I just think it's really consistent with what we've been seeing. There's not too much change in inventory in any of the towns. The values, if you go back and you look, have held pretty steady. Some months they're up, some months they're down, but they're very steady from town to town. If you go back and you look at the videos over the last several months, you're seeing just a real consistency. Nothing's spiking up, but nothing's either dropping through the floor either. So you're not seeing these crazy opportunities, right? You're not seeing sellers taking advantage of buyers or buyers taking advantage of a seller in a circumstance there. So you're just seeing consistency with the number of properties coming up for sale, properties selling, overall values. We're just very consistent, which seems to be the word of the day in this video. So, I mean, it's just, that's where we are. So good news is we'll hopefully see some things happening here in the next couple of months with more inventory, lower rates. So we've got to see what happens here in the real estate world down here at the Jersey Shore.
100%. And to your point, it is the Jersey Shore. So maybe what's going on in your marketplace isn't necessarily, what's happening down here. So again, please feel free to reach out to us, give us a call, shoot us a text, visit us on our website at theferzocogroup.com. You can obviously check out our YouTube channel here if you are watching our videos. And you can stay up to date with the market trends down here at the shore. It's a secondary home market. These are want-tos, not have-tos. So things do have a tendency to run a little bit differently down here at the shore as opposed to your primary home market. So, all right, that'll wrap it up here for today. That's Chris, I'm Joe, and until next time, we'll see you at the beach.